This is looking really close. So in Jam Devil on pole, followed by Dynarod of Ireland. That's the way the championship goes. Devil leads the championship. He's won everything so far. Dynarod in second. He's going to look to maybe make a mark and take some points and close the gap towards Devil. But is Devil going to be beatable? Let's find out. As the lights go out, we're going to be closing the gap. Some people are still coming around the final turn. As we all pile down towards turn 1, JM Devil leads from Dynarod. Excuse me, Santos is quite close to the back of him already. He's going to look for a move down into turn 2 at Druids. He's not really close enough, but he's in the slipstream. Further back, everyone seems to get through cleanly as someone gets a bit shaky at the back there. Lego Kongan, Field File in 10th. He's looking to maybe get some points as we see Kamal Bryan already on the back of JD Shadime as he wasn't quite close enough for a move into turn 3. Further back though, Santos isn't going to be happy with that qualifying in case he's hungry for a podium. If it was stolen from him on the last lap of race 1, he was in 3rd place for most of the race in Suzuka, then on the last lap Dynarod went and took him. Down in towards Hawthorne Zone, we've got a nice group of 3. This is exactly what we saw yesterday in the Division 2 race. Juice Realm went off into the lead, and we just had a nice group of 3 cars. Heavyhead, he's really wanting to attach himself to the back of the group, but he's already a second and a half down. That's out of slipstream range. He needs to hope these 3 squabble a bit and hold themselves up, but they also need to be working together if they want a chance to fight Devil. It's a very short lap here around Brands Hatch. You can expect around about 100, sorry, not 100, you can expect about 40 laps. It was 42 laps, I believe, yesterday, as they come through clear rays for the first time. So JM Devil will lead after lap 1. Santos gets very shaky out the final turn. Dynarod, he will hold his second place in that Audi livery on the Porsche. Audi the shop, not Audi the car. Santos also go around the outside. Is it close enough? Not quite a bit of contact. Casey's going to look to get involved. Right, good exit from Dynarod. He's got some speed. Santos isn't really close enough to go for a lunge. Or is he? Santos down the inside of Druid. They bump wheels a bit. Oh, Santos pushes Dynarod off a bit. Dynarod just catches it and he'll rejoin quite nicely. And I think he's still in slipstream range, but this also allows Heavyhead to get further back. And we've got a bit of a slipstream check going on as Casey, he spins it. Casey spins it at Surtees and he's gone right down to the back. LR Casey's down into 10th as Phil DeFars also goes through. Well, as I was saying, Casey's a chance to get his first podium of the season, and that's gone. Santos is now in second, and he's going to hope he can now chase down Devil. As for the first time of the season, in the first 2 laps, Devil's not run away with it. Santos is hoping you can close the gap, find a couple of attempts, and then, yeah. Dynarod, that gap's now opened up a bit as well, and Santos has a bit of clean air. Dynarod's on the slipstream. Heavyhead, he's got himself into 4th. Oh, as we say that, he runs very wide out of the 3rd to last turn. He will rejoin ahead of Kamal Bryan, his fellow Estonian. Bryan goes down the inside. That's nice. JD Shadime's going to also look for a move as he goes through. Well, lap 2 with a nice little group here from 5th to 8th, the minor points paying positions, as there always is. Further back as we are on lap 3, Kamal Bryan, he holds 5th from Heavyhead, who had that mistake, and now we've got a penalty as well, as Tim looks to go down the inside of JD Shadime. JD Shadime looks to defend down the inside. Tim is around the outside as he does hold that position. He gets a lot better of exit around the outside. Tim didn't want, that's fair racing, Tim didn't want to make any contact, but Casey, he's already got past Field of File, and he's back up into 9th. He's going to want to get himself back into the points, as he has a chance at fighting for the podium in the championship, but he's not close enough. Field of File's in the toe, but I don't think he's going to really catch up and up into the lead. Did Heavyhead finish his penalty as LR Casey also goes through to him, so Heavyhead now falls down to 9th. So what was looking to be a good chance at a podium, well, that's already evaporated, as Casey's now got himself back into the points after his second lap problems. Field of File, he's down in 10th. He still has a chance at points if he can keep his nose out of problems. Fastest lap, JM Devil, 1 minute 22.3. As Heavyhead pits, so he's looking to mix up the strategy and try and get himself back, or trying to claw back some points, as terrible. Tim's under a lot of pressure for Casey. This is the battle for the minor points, as Casey, he had a spin at turn 4 on lap 2 after he was right on the back of a chance. Casey had a chance at a podium, was right on the back of 2nd and 3rd, as he tries to go around the outside of what is Druids. Forgetting the corner names. This is a British track, but down in 4th and 5th, these two need to work together if they want a chance at a podium. Because the minute they start fighting is the minute Dynarod pulls away, and there There goes chances at the podium as we save that. There's a bit of contact as the rear wheels touch, and JD Shadam, as he looked to go down the inside of Druid. That's going to cost him a bit of time, and I think Corey should probably let JD Shadam go through, down the back straight, and they can work together to try and close the gap. It's early days. We're only a quarter of the way into the race. There's still 45 minutes left. Let the faster driver through. Don't fight it. You can close the gap, and maybe you get lucky and get a podium. But this squabbling is helping Dynarod out massively. As they come down through Westfield up towards what's formerly known as Dingledale, now known as Sheen Curve. Near enough going side by side. JD Shadam backs up a bit. And Dynarod, let's have a quick look at tyres and fuel. Dynarod's got a lot more fuel, but he's got a bit more... Dynarod's got more fuel, but he's got more tyre wear. So it sort of balances it out a bit. And Corey's taken a few tenths off there, as everyone seems to be pitting. As Dynarod pits and Corey pits. Corey may be seeing a free stop happen here. I think these two may believe they have very little on the side of grip, and if they are going to go for a free stop, don't fill the tank up all the way, fill the tank up where it's a bit lighter. And that's exactly what Corey does. That's genius. As further down, as we see there, the battle for 5th right now, as Casey cuts a bit of the track there, he's going to have the inside line down into Druids, as he will get that 5th place. Well, that's quite a move. He's got a new livery on, and he's got himself into 5th when he was dead last at the end of lap 2. Corey's also going to... This could be the battle of the race. The battle for 5th, I believe it's been. As down the back straight towards Hawthorns, is JD Shadam going to be close enough in that beautiful Mazda? Not quite. Corey in the traditional Mercedes AMG 2016. It's a safe car, safe bet for a lot of people. A lot of people like cars. It's very similar to the Porsche and sometimes what the Audi R8 used to be like in this game. As they come through Sheen Curve, he's not quite close enough. A good exit here, though, and he might be able to get, a run into clearways. As there's only 3 tenths down, I don't think it's going to be close enough for a bit of a lunge, as they're not having the chance to get into some good slipstream. But a good exit. It's down the main straight now, down the pit straight. It's not the longest straight, but it is long enough for him to tuck into that slipstream and maybe have a chance at a move into turn 1. Is it close enough? No. Again, good exit into Druid is also good. JD Shadam, one of the more, not necessarily consistent, but he's one of the fastest guys on the grid when he's on it. As he looks to go around the outside of Druids. Oh, doesn't quite have it done. Corey defends that inside line. Beautiful defensive work by the Brit, I must say, from the German. Covering that inside line. Solid move. Solid defending there from Corey as, well, his 5th place lives to fight another day. That is for 6 points, I believe. So, it's every little helps in the battle for the points further up, but it's fallen off. And JD Shadam is really chasing down Santos now. Santos has lost a second on that lap alone to JD Shadam. Santos has a bit more fuel and the tyres are near enough the same. JD Shadam just has a bit more tyre wear down the inside Toxin, and that's fast. No, it's not. I thought that was fastest lap for him as he goes a bit wide, misses the apex. It's tunnel no one. JD Shadam does a JD Shadam, and JD Shadam spins it. Oh no, that's going, and now Corey's going to have a run down. And JD Shadam was on the limit. He had gained a second on Santos in that last lap, and now on the back of him is Corey. And he's going to be really shook. And JD Shadam is looking to have his first clean race. I need a chance to maybe push and get second. He was pushing you up. He almost had a chance for fastest lap. He's only a 10th off it, and now he's under threat from the Mercedes as they come down through turn 4, down towards the back, down onto the back straight. He's going to be tucking into that slipstream. He's half a second down now, on the way towards Hawthorns. Dalmaster's been better in a straight line than the Mercedes, but the slipstream's a lot closer now. He's not going to be close enough as it only cuts down a 10th. So straight on. 2 teammates in the Mercedes, BNR Racing, I believe it's called, their team name. Hopefully Brian doesn't defend this too much. Hopefully Brian knows. Maybe they're in a party together. Hopefully Brian will let him go and just let him chase down, because Corey has a chance at a top 4 finish here, which will be his best result and the team's best result of the season, as Phil's not been able to get any points yet, and KML Brian just about missed out on a podium last week after a big mistake. As KML Brian actually takes opportunity to ghost and serve some of his penalty and let his teammate through. And you see a bit of the flashing lights there, a bit of a thank you. Good teamwork. So JD Shadime, he's seemingly... he's having a drive of his life. He's really making up for it. And he's having a solid drive after a shocking performance last week. And this is... if he finishes this way, he could even have a chance at second. So 7th to 2nd, that's decadent. Or dividend, however you say it, whatever the fuck the word is, of driver of the day. But then again, JM Devil, he's also had a fantastic race. Again, it's JM Devil, he's leading by 24 seconds, 20 seconds. Yeah, he's got about a 20-second lead to Santos. Santos, he's second on his debut. An overtaking spot, but a chance to defend as well. It's not just a simple dive bomb, it was a bit of a switchback one. And it was quite good. And it creates a lot of opportunities. And that's something that a lot of people see. It's a big trend. You could reprofile it to be a hairpin and go into the forest a bit, but then it's a bit of a tricky one. It's the best overtaking spots for best runs you get. Turn 1, it's not really the best overtaking spot. It's quite easy to defend around the outside, and it's not a long enough straight down into turn 2. Turn 3 is a no-no as it's too tight. Turn 4, you've got to have some really good racecraft to get that done. And it's really turn 1 if you turn 1, turn 4, and the final turn, and maybe we have seen it down at Druids at turn 2, but you have to be really close. Not say like down the back straight where it's almost like a DRS effect. JD Shadime really hasn't... oh, Dino Rod! Dino Rod's made a mistake somewhere. Dino Rod, he's lost 10 seconds somehow. Well, now JD Shadime has maybe just had a bit of luck on his side for the first time ever. JD Shadime could pit for tyres and fuel and be safe to the end. And if he takes tyres, he could go for fastest lap, but that also comes at the risk of spinning. And the gravel here can really cost you. What's JD Shadime going to do? He's gaining on Santos, but that's with him pushing, and he needs to save 2 minutes worth of fuel here. Does he pit? No, he stays out. He keeps going. 17 seconds is the gap. There's some fuel to the end. That's a very late pit stop from him. The Estonian though, he'll put on some softs. Maybe he can hope for fastest lap. It's unlikely as well. He's right on the edge of Lego Kongan as they go side by side. Lego Kongan will just yield as he's already a lap down to him. And there's no point fighting it. Terrible Tim, well, the reason why we looked at Heavyhead is because Tim may have been close enough, but no, they got 30 seconds. Tim's not really going to get anything from that. Came on Brian. It's JD Shadime's fuel lights now, come on. Will he be home and dry in time? He's going to be hoping. Now JM Devil starts what will be the final lap for him, and almost a victory lap. Santos, he's also going to have one more lap to go. JD Shadime might get lucky, he can probably slow down a bit. 50 seconds, no, he's going to have to pit. I believe JD Shadime is going to have to pit. We can't see exactly how much fuel he's got, but if he was pushing for fastest lap, it isn't the play, as he did clearly cranked up the fuel very high. He's now got an 11-second gap, and he could pit. Does he pit and take fuel? No. JD Shadime continues on. There's 20 seconds to go. JD Shadime starts his last lap of the race, and will Dino Rod get to the line? Dino Rod will get to the line in time now. Maybe he was banking on Dino Rod not getting to the line, because if Dino Rod got to the line, if Dino Rod ran out of time, which he gets it to 7 seconds, if time ran out, if the hour was done, Dino Rod crossed the line, race over. He doesn't finish the lap, race over for him. But what can we say about this man? Terrible Tim, he's the first of the finishers. Lego Kongan says donuts time, but out of the final turn onto the main straight, JM Devil will win round 3 of the GTEL Division 1 Championship. He's undefeated, and he takes another Grand Slam. And how's this for a debut? Second place, Santos. He gets onto the grass out of Sheen Curve. But the Portuguese driver didn't live up to expectations as LR Casey. He gets 5th. What a recovery drive from him. Santos, he's weaving. He milks for a moment. He knows he's got himself onto the podium. He knows he's got himself 12 points. What a debut for Santos. Round of applause to the Portuguese driver. But further back, JD Shadaim, he's literally on fumes. JD Shadaim, what a drive. 7th to 3rd. He will get to the final podium spot. And Dino Rod, well, it's not the most exciting race we've had. And if we could be clean and no one would spin as Dino Rod comes across the line, we could be in for an exciting race all the way through. Because it would have been close. The two guys who were showing to have pace, they crashed early on. But either way, Santos P3 to P2 on his debut. Go vote for driver of the day. It'll be on our Twitter in just a second. Well, JM Devil flawless again, as he always has. He's been all season. He is 3 from 3, and with Dino Rod being 4th, JM Devil potentially could have a 15-point lead, which is he will have a race gap. JM Devil could put his feet up for the next race and still be leading the championship. He has been so dominant so far this season. Can anyone stop Devil? Sundays seem to be Devil Day. So when he's on that track, he is an absolute devil. And LR Casey, he span on the second lap, he span down in 10th, back of the pack, gets himself into 5th, solid points. Driver of the day though, who's going to take it? Who knows? But that was thrilling.